Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Monday, the 18th of September, 2023. A day that turned out to be very different from what I was expecting, and I think what everyone was expecting. Let's talk a little bit about that. So today, the schedule was that the first stream was going to be Starfield, the first time in a week, and the late stream was going to be more Mortal Kombat 1, where I was going to go through Invasion mode and hopefully finish unlocking the cameo fighters, and then doing some online play. That was the plan. Now, on today's podcast, we had a very important discussion because this week, as I started playing Mortal Kombat 1, I hate to say it, just wasn't resonating with the audience. And what I mean by that is I think we were all interested in the story. But once the story ended and I started playing the Invasion mode, which is required in order to unlock the content needed to play online. If you don't play the Invasion mode, you don't have 5 or more of the assist cameos, some of which seem to be the best ones in the game, literally putting yourself at a detriment and not having all the content. So I had to play Invasion mode to do this. I explained this to everyone. I even read from a tournament organizer who's going to run Mortal Kombat tournaments. He explained the situation to everyone and how to do it and everything, that it's necessary, okay? But even after all of that, it seemed like people just were not engaging and supporting Mortal Kombat 1. Everyone's screaming for multiplayer. So we had a big discussion about it this morning on the podcast. So I recommend, if you want to hear what's going on with Mortal Kombat 1 and all of that, watch the podcast from this morning. You know, I fielded many opinions. Some people just being very stubborn, saying, we just want online play. To which I very much tried to explain. I wish I could. That's not how it works. This game has unlocks you need to do before you play online. Even in addition to that, even if it didn't have unlocks, before you can play a fighting game online to any capacity, you have to select the character you want to use. You have to go into training mode, or maybe their trials or whatever, try basic strategies, learn a few combos, at least learn what their special moves are before you try to go and play a game in any kind of a competitive nature. It's essentially been like this ever since the days of arcades were retired and games hit console. If you're going to play online, this is what you need to do. I've done this with literally every fighting game I've ever played for the last 15 years, including Street Fighter 6 recently. After having that big conversation, we still had people, oh, well, you should just play it online. And it's like, I can't help people not understand fighting games. I don't design them. I just play them. But it seems like my audience, in some cases, not everyone, that's a blanket statement, that's not true, but a lot of my audience just seem to be very, very entitled when it comes to what they want. And if I just want the online play. I don't care that you need to unlock content. I don't care that you need, you should do that offline. Offline. I stream 6 days a week full time. I don't get to play enough of every game. Everyone complains they want me to play more of different games, but I should have also played offline. This is some of the responses I got today. Anyway, the full discussion is on today's Level 1 podcast. And so, as we were ending the podcast, we were getting near the end, and I was like, all right, we're gonna get Starfield going. Someone says, are you aware that Lies of P has unlocked and everyone can play it today? And I was like, what? No, I'm not aware of that. What do you mean? So everyone, just so you know, Lies of P is a Soulsborne style game. It's not made by FromSoft, but it's been heavily advertised. You know, there was a demo out. People seem to like it. The reviews have come out saying it's basically about an 8 out of 10. That it's quite a good Soulsborne style game, just not made by From Software. Has a good story, good atmosphere, pretty good gameplay. And I was going to play it when it came out on Tuesday on Game Pass. Apparently, it just dropped today early. It was hilarious because I said, all right, let's do it then. To hell with it. I was going to play it all day Tuesday. Let's just play it all day Monday instead. So I boot the game up, and people are like, Phil, are you aware you're playing Lies of P on stream? And as we're watching, YouTube is running ads saying Lies of P comes out tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's early. Everyone's playing it early. So I played Lies of P all day today. Yes, all 5.5 hours of my gameplay streaming. Let me tell you guys something. To me, Lies of P absolutely feels like the spiritual successor to Bloodborne. It's not perfect. It definitely has a little bit of flaws in the gameplay engine. It's not perfect, but it's really, really good in my opinion. The graphics are great on the Series X. It runs at full 60 frames per second. There is tons of lighting and detail, and it just looks really good. Compared to, say, Elden Ring last year, which honestly did not look nearly as good as this game. This game is impressive how it's running on the console. The story is incredibly intriguing. What would happen if humans discovered an element that allowed them to create new kinds of technology. And there was a crazy industrial revolution, and they built armies and armies of these puppets to do all the work for them. But then all of a sudden, number one, the humans became infected with a plague, and number two, the puppets revolted against them. That's the plot of Lies of P. And I was like, whoa, that's a pretty interesting plot. So think Bloodborne combined with a unique, different plot and gameplay elements that are a hybrid, a lot of Bloodborne and a little bit of Dark Souls, and that's Lies of P. I had a lot of fun with it today. I've defeated many bosses, 2 major bosses, an optional boss that's you don't have to fight, but I beat that one too at the end of the stream. Did I die a lot? Yeah, I died, but it's fun. It's fair. You can learn. Like everyone said, the second boss is super hard, and a lot of people are rage quitting at the second boss. I don't think the second boss was super hard. I think the second boss was challenging, but if you're patient, if you learn the parry timing, because in this game it's about parrying rather than shooting with your gun like it was in Bloodborne, it's about timed blocks, parrying, similar to Sekiro. I think the game is fun. I had a great time, and the audience tended to agree. There's some people who were just like, it's not FromSoft, it ain't good. You know? I had a hard time having people really justify that opinion, though. Like, a lot of people were saying that. When you ask, well, what's not so good about it? And they didn't really have much to say besides, it's just not FromSoft, so they don't prefer it, right? But from what I'm seeing, it's got effort. It's got quality. I'm liking it so far, okay? And it really kind of reinvigorated me, making me feel like I like that style of game. You know, we were playing Elden Ring earlier this year, and that was all well and good. But Elden Ring, we already played the year before. It was more of the second run. This is a fresh new game, and I'm having a great time with it. Also, unlike Elden Ring, the entire game is hand-designed with unique shortcuts, interesting secrets, and things like that. Did you know that the Riddler is in Lies of P? Yes, the actual Riddler from the Batman Arkham series is in Lies of P as a character. I'm not kidding. He plays himself. I'm not kidding. He's in it. The game is really well done. So I'm really enjoying myself so far. Support today was outstanding. So it's funny because people say to me, you see, maybe it's the streamer. Well, why is it that when the streamer plays a game like this, all of a sudden the support is sky high? Because it ain't the streamer. It's not. What it is I'm telling you, Mortal Kombat 1 is not resonating with my audience. It's just not. Maybe if I was playing it only online and I was doing well, but I can tell you, I'm not going to play it online the capacity that I play Street Fighter 6. I'm never going to get that good at it. I'm never going to like it that much. So I'll probably play it a bit online and whatever. It'll be kind of a little project, and then we'll move on to other new stuff and kind of forget about it, while Street Fighter 6 will persist and still be a part of my content. In fact, a little over a week from now, is the next DLC character, which I'm really excited to try out. That's just the nature of it, you know? And I said that when Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Is that what I thought was going to happen? I don't think it's going to be as good as Street Fighter 6, and that's what's going to happen. So, seems like that's what's going down right now, is I paid a lot of money for Mortal Kombat 1 early, and it just didn't pan out. I play Lies of P one day, everyone's blown away at how good it is, including me, and we're having a great time, and the support rolls in, and that's how it works, right? So, yeah, I had a great time. So, here's the deal. Based on today, first of all the videos should be going live. If not live yet, you should see them all shortly overnight. They should all be live on the channel. Give it a look. Let me know what you think. Please leave comments. I want feedback on this game. Tomorrow, I'm playing it again as the daytime stream. So 3 more hours of Lies of P on tomorrow's daytime stream. And I'll give you my full detailed thoughts about the game on the podcast. Tomorrow night, we will still do Mortal Kombat 1. Yes, we're still doing Invasion until I unlock the rest of the cameo fighters. Then we'll go online and do some online play on the late stream. And then on Wednesday, we're going to do Starfield. That was supposed to be today as the daytime stream on Wednesday. And Wednesday night, we're going to do Street Fighter 6 Lily gameplay as we try to rank her up further in the 4-star diamond rankings, okay? But now, knowing that Lies of P is quite good, we're basically getting to a point where, what are we going to do next week? It'll be a unique balance. We'll probably have alternation between Lies of P and maybe Mortal Kombat, some Street Fighter 6 at night, some Starfield at night. It'll be a good combination of stuff all week until the DLC character Aki comes out for Street Fighter 6, and then that'll be my focus for like a day, okay? That's what I'm thinking, and I think that'll be a great schedule for next week's streams. So I'm pleased, because I had never looked into Lies of P. I didn't see much or any gameplay of it. I didn't actually try the demo, and trying it today, I was like, wow, I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was. It's kind of the polar opposite reaction as I had to when I played Final Fantasy 16. Because Final Fantasy 16 was the same. I stayed away from all the gameplay or whatever. I played it on launch day, and I was like, oh, this is it, huh? A lot of narrative and not much to it. And the further in I got, I hated it. This game, I love day one. So, let's see how it goes tomorrow on the daytime stream. All right, guys, thank you. Please check it out. See you tomorrow for a fun podcast and more Lies of P and Mortal Kombat at night. Peace out. Have a good night, everyone. Later.